and Toa. Oh, actually, I saw Toa-sama. I saw Toa-sama at the studio, but she was wearing something really different, like very different style. So I didn't recognize her at first. And she's like, "Oh, Mume, hello." And she was really quiet. I was like, "Dare?" Who? And but then I I felt really bad, but she looked really different. I was like, "Toa-sama!" Then it all came back to me. But here, I kind of did that to Kiara too, didn't I? No, Kiara was a bit different. Yeah, I want to talk about the Kiara. Kiara again. But no, I didn't expect to see her, and she was really quiet. I'm also, to be honest, when I see people, unless I've like been around them for a long time, I kind of avoid looking at their faces. Like I try not to, but I kind of naturally just don't. Like I'm not good at eye contact, and I just don't want to look at people's faces because I don't want to make eye contact. So it's harder for me to remember faces unless I've really like seen people multiple times. But with Kiara was different though because I could see. How do I say this? Basically, we were walking and like I was looking for her. I was also if you didn't wait, maybe I should give context. Basically I was meeting Kiara somewhere and I was looking for her. She walked by me, she recognized me, but I okay, for now I'll say I technically didn't recognize her. But there's a reason for that. So I walked by her, then she came back and I realized, oh, hello. But she I could tell she not like I didn't know it was Kiara yet, but whoever she was walking by me, I could tell she was looking at me. And if she's looking at me, whoever like if a person's looking at me, are you going to like actually what would you guys do? If you could tell somebody was staring at you, would you make eye contact with them and would you hold the eye contact? Or do you think you'd feel really awkward and to save both of you from feeling awkward, you would not look, like you'd purposely avoid it? Like, yeah, you wouldn't perceive it. What do you think you would do? Would you be would you be the alpha? Would you stare back at them and stare at them until they turned away? You'd say, "Oh hi." You'd run. You'd walk. See, okay, so that's what happened. I didn't look directly at her face. I could tell she was looking at me. And I was like, okay, this woman is looking at me and I don't want to make this awkward. So I'm just going to pretend I don't notice she's looking at me. And I'm going to walk to this random spot where I'm not even supposed to go. And I'm going to wait a little bit until I know she's passed. And then I will resume looking for Kiara. But it was Kiara who was looking at me. Yeah. So it's not that I didn't recognize her. It's just that I purposely didn't look at her. Because I had the feeling, you know? Also in my head, I was thinking, I'm going to meet her in this exact spot. But she was not in that spot. She was walking. Like in my brain, I was like, I'm going to walk up to Kiara standing still. That is my mission. But the mission was different. The mission didn't say she would be walking towards me. So, yeah. That's what happened. But okay, but then I feel less bad because Subaru senpai didn't recognize me at first. She said that she was told I wasn't going to be there. So I like waved at her and I was like, "Hi, Subaru senpai." And she's like, "Oh." And then I think Kiara like pointed like, yeah, like pointed at me and being like Mume, and then somebody was like, "What? Mume?" Like, hello. But see, again, you need context. She didn't think I was going to be there. So her brain, it didn't put it together. You see? You see? And to be fair, like people wear masks all the time. So that probably makes it harder to remember people's faces. But yeah, it was really fun. So it was funny. It made me feel less bad. We all have, yes, we have bird brains. We are excused. Whether Subaru senpai likes to admit it or not, she has bird brain. Oh goodness. Oh goodness, oh goodness. Oh,